Okay, holy shit. Uh, this is crazy. So, new update just dropped for Risk of Rain 2. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't even have it downloaded yet. I have not downloaded the update, no. I'm gonna watch the roadmap video through just blindly, and I'll say my thoughts about it afterwards. I'm gonna go through the patch notes as well for those interested. I just wanted to get this video like out there the day that this update released, so I'm not gonna do a bunch of really in-depth editing or anything. It's just gonna be me reacting to this mostly. Right after this, I'm gonna stream the new update to my Twitch, so the link for that will be in the description. Hope you go there. I would really enjoy to see you there. So, that's pretty much out of the way. There's other links in the description: Discord, Twitter, which I don't post on, but the Twitch is the biggest thing because I'm gonna be live right after. So let's just watch this Dev Diary video. Of course, I'll like pause it sometimes and give my thoughts. But
welcome back. It's great to be speaking to you all again.
Come on, this is really quiet. Come on. Let me turn off the volume. Here we go. We'll go 100. See how this goes.
Soon. Following the reveal of the Seekers of the Storm.
I'll mute my mic unless I need to talk. That sounds like a good idea.
Roadmap last month, I'm happy to announce that Phase 1, Items and Elites, is here and ready to play on all platforms. Some items are completely overhauled, while others have had significant balance changes. Most items have had impactful quality of life updates too. Those updates range from just addressing reported issues to new visual or audio cues that better communicate.
I was gonna pause it to like talk about some of the cool stuff in here. So you can see elusive antlers, knockback fin, debuff, all that jazz. When she throws the thing, runic lens, but I know they're gonna go over all of this in the video. So yeah, I've talked to 17 Uncles, the guy voicing this, a little bit on the Risk of Rain official Discord server, and he's told me most of what I need to know.
Updates too. Those updates range from just addressing reported issues to new visual or audio cues that better communicate their effects. You can read the update notes, link in the description, or jump in right now to experience these improvements. But I'd like to show off some of my personal favourite changes in this update. First off, let's look at Antler Shield. On top of a ground-up overhaul, it's also received a new name, introducing the elusive antlers.
Okay, I'm gonna get controversial with this one. I'm with R&D. I don't like elusive antlers. Like, I'm sure it's a good item on its own, right? But we don't need this. This isn't something we needed. We had enough movement speed items. I'm all for barrier. I'm all for movement speed. It's just unnecessary. And you didn't need to replace a decent item with this when you could have just reworked it. You are actual pussies for getting this changed. I'm sorry to say it.
Elusive Antlers grants a small permanent speed bonus, but it has an additional twist. Upon picking this item up, small floating orbs will spawn throughout the stage. Collecting these will grant you an even larger speed boost, but only for a short amount of time. One of our larger goals with this phase was to reintroduce items that could improve some of the scarcer part of the item pool. With Elusive Antlers, we're hoping to give players another powerful way to gain movement speed, but in a way that feels more fun than just boosting flat stats. Breaching Fin, formerly the Knockback Fin, was called up.
Okay, I've heard things about this one. Apparently, it's really good now. I don't know for sure, but from what 17 Uncles told me earlier, it's a guaranteed chance to knock people up now, and it gives them a debuff. I could be wrong about that guaranteed chance. Like I said, I've not even downloaded the update yet. I haven't looked at the patch notes. All I knew was elusive antlers, so I'm pretty blind from here on out. I also know Runic Cleanse, but that's because I specifically asked Sunkles if he changed my beloved items, Runic Cleanse and Long-Standing Solitude. I'm so sad they changed Noxious Thorn. I actually liked Noxious Thorn. Everybody else was just... I'm mad a little bit, but that's fine. I can be mad. They're not going to revert anything.
That was having a lack of synergies with other items in the game. We like the ability to launch enemies up into the air. Throwing a hermit crab in the air is...
Yeah. It looks like it's guaranteed knock-up chance. Everybody's just doing it. If NG mines were able to do it, that means it's guaranteed chance. NG mines proc coefficient is terrible for such a bad skill.
Objectively hilarious, but we wanted this to be an exciting moment for players to take advantage of. In pursuit of that goal, we've greatly increased the impact Breaching Fin has. Not only does it retain the chance to launch grounded enemies into the air, but they are now stunned for the...
Oh, maybe it is chance, because the NG turrets aren't proccing it very often. Okay, never mind. Forget what I said. I'm clearly wrong here.
And take an additional 20% damage from all sources while airborne. Players who decide to take advantage of this...
Or is it blacklisted? Because NG himself is still proccing Breaching Fin. So NG's bouncing mines are proccing it, but the turrets aren't. I think it's just turret blacklisted. Is it, it might be on the enemy blacklist. Not sure. That's interesting, though. NG turrets can't proc it. Weird.
One monster can relaunch it an additional 2 times. Gathering more stacks of the item will reward you with an extra launch per stack. Those extra seconds can give you a valuable chance to exploit their vulnerable state. Stacking Breaching Fin high enough allows you to send enemies high up into the skies above petrichor fire. Due to this massive power boost,
hilarious.
This item from a common white item to an uncommon green item. Whilst war bonds could be very useful if you attained one earlier...
I've seen things about this one! Oh, this is really good now, I think. I'm not sure. I'm gonna pet my cat. Cat petting break.
In a run, the bonus gold was quickly outpaced by the ease at which you can collect large sums of money quickly in the mid and late game. So it can seem like a somewhat disappointing item, especially considering its rarity. We've upgraded war bonds to give it a completely new effect worthy of a red item. Now when you trigger the teleporter event, a barrage of missiles...
Holy hell, bro. Calling in an orbital bombardment. Aha, bro. Orbital Gatling barrage.
Bombard any boss monsters that are foolish enough to appear. That will give you a bit of a head start. Sticking with the war bond theme, the amount of missiles that appear is increased by the amount of gold you've collected during the stage. Our goal is this creates some much needed synergy with gold producing items like Gore's Tome and Roll of Pennies. Noxious Thorn has had an almost full...
I'm so sad, bro. Noxious Thorn was so good after the first rework. I think it's like ukulele type shit now. I'm so sad.
Rework. Its effect now makes it one of the strongest items in the uncommon pool. Previously, this item had a chance to...
Strongest item, my ass.
And it also had a chance to increase stacks of other existing debuffs.
It's just ukulele.
This mechanic was a little unclear to
but
players,
debuffs.
It was often challenging to tell when this item had actually taken effect.
What do you mean? Hold on. I'm gonna nope you here, Sunkles. Bro, what do you mean it was unclear? It had like a 30-meter radius and a giant green particle effect. I don't have like a graphic to show on screen for this, but what are you talking about? Unclear my ass, huh? Do you not notice the giant green swirls around you? I swear to God. They changed it because it was unclear.
Now the Noxious Thorn has a 10% chance to inflict bleed on an enemy. Upon dispatching your enemy, 33% of all...
Okay, so it's just, tri-tip.
All of its debuffs are transferred to another monster within a 20-meter range. Each stack of Noxious Thorn makes these debuffs jump to an additional enemy, With a small stack of this item and some other debuff themed items like gasoline and symbiotic scorpion,
they really aren't displaying this item well. It's just a tri-tip, but it does. I don't think it even stacks the bleed. I think it's flat bleed.
You can spread destruction to huge groups of enemies like never before. The other item change.
Okay, so it's definitely a loop item. Oh, yeah, it's a loop item. Yeah, that's sad. Shame. Shame.
Included in phase 1 include Chance Doll has had his item
They changed it?
log changed to accurately represent its chance of effect. It's also
I thought it was good.
improvements to let you know when it's successfully upgraded an item. Unstable.
Oh, okay, so he's just rapid fire running it. Okay, so they only changed the log and made it visually cooler for Chance Doll. Okay. I was like, this item feels good. What? This was one of the good ones from the DLC. No, it's fine. They didn't change it at all. Hello, Richie.
Transmitter now turns the tables on your foes. Upon falling below 25% health, a glowing radius will appear around the player. Charge into enemy.
Okay, hold on. Sunkles told me something about this one. I asked him if it worked on teleporter bosses, and on the Discord server, he replied, not only teleporter bosses, and then sent a Mithrix emoji. So the fact that you could just run around with this aura just teleporting Mithrix during the fight, that's gonna be hilarious. Bro, like I said, I've not played with this, but that actually sounds so good. It's so stupid. Dorito's absolutely a meme item now. Like, hands down.
Needs to have them teleported away, and it also applies bleed, just for good measure. Foes that
Why does it apply bleed? What? They just wanted more bleed items. I swear, bro. They were like, hey, let's get another tri-tip, and let's give Dorito the ability to give bleed. Yeah, that sounds good.
die to this effect also extend the duration of the aura.
Yeah, see, he's just... Look at this clip. He's just running around teleporting everybody. That's hilarious.
Sonorous Whispers was a little...
Okay, Sonorous. I think the nerf was good enough. I think it's been 4% for a while, but I know they just changed the log. Like, there was a shadow nerf, you can say, when they didn't change the log, but they changed the percentage from, what was it, 20 before to 4? Luckily, the guaranteed boss drop is still there.
So it's had its item drop rate from elites reduced to 4% while still retaining its guaranteed drop rates from large monsters.
Yeah, no, it's been 4% for a while.
Growth Nectar has had a buff to better.
I don't know about this one.
It now gives a 7%.
People have been saying stuff about it. Grant 7% increase all stats for each buff. Oh! Yeah, that wasn't clear to me. Okay, so it does give a stacking buff. There were people correcting me on the Discord because I had the misinterpretation that it was just the same thing it was before. Like, if you had 4 buffs, it would give you a 20% increase, but they nerfed it to 7. I would not have understood a nerf for this item. I think the 20% was fine, but the stacking buff plus 7% per stack. What? That just sounds broken. Like, if you could find a growth nectar soup and you have the scrap, just get like 3 and your run's broken, huh? This seems really good now. Like, too good.
You have up to a maximum of 4. The stat increase and maximum number of stacks will both increase with each additional growth nectar you acquire.
So, oh my god. Not only does the amount it buffs you by increase with stacks, but the amount of stacking buffs you can get depending on how many buffs you have also increases? Hello? And I assume they fixed the thing where Growth Nectar was like incompatible with a bunch of buffs. So what the hell? Wake of Vultures is a good item now? Because it gives elite buffs? What? This item's broken. Growth Nectar, I already know this is one of the best reds now. It was pretty good before, now it's broken.
Electric Boomerang has had the interaction removed where
Yeah, they just got rid of the Samarin thing.
Runic Lens, which was always a very strong red item, has had its visuals
My boy!
the better display when it is taken effect.
My boy! That's my boy!
Updated to make its effect a bit clearer.
Dude, I kid you not. I kid you not. I was gonna tell Sunkles to his face that I loved him the moment he told me that none of the actual numbers on Runic Lens were changed. Like, actually, oh my god, I was so happy. When it was in like what category was it on the tier list? Major rework category, I think it was. When I saw it was there, I got scared. I was like, what are they gonna do to my boy? No, it's a good item. Don't listen to the criticism. And then when Sunkles told me today that they had not changed it at all, I was so happy. I was just grinning in the middle of my film and video class. I kid you not. I was so happy.
Bees has remained the same, but now makes the effect a little bit more.
Oh yeah, they blacklisted this from printers.
As it was being exploited by
it was
certain
funny.
Australian YouTubers.
Raidans.
Chronic Expansion has been given a much clearer combo meter mechanic. Now it gives you a temporary stacking damage.
This was here before,
and
but
maintained with each kill that you get. This has been paired with a distinct audio.
Did they make it better or? No changes.
Now requires 3 stacks, still granted by using your secondary tap before being unleashed by your primary attack.
Okay. The thing with Luminous Shot before was, I think there was a thing with the damage on it being weird and broken. So I'm assuming they fixed that, significantly increasing the damage. That's good. I just can't tell if they gave it a working proc coefficient. Because I know it had a proc coefficient before, and I know it didn't work. So I'm actually kind of wondering if it works now, or if they just decided to get rid of the idea of it having a proc coefficient entirely. Unsure. I'll have to do some testing with it, or ask somebody intelligent. I'll ask Wolfo, probably.
Damage output has been significantly boosted. As an extra bonus, the first stack of this item reduces your secondary ability cooldown.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna mention proc coefficient. Yeah, no. Long-standing Solitude! Another one! I think they only buff this, which makes no sense at all. I have a Rex run I need to edit where I got to False Sun at like minute was it 20 or 30? I think it was minute 32 or something. And I had like almost no items, but since I had gotten Long-Standing Solitude on stage 1.5, I was set. I was set beyond belief.
Long-Standing Solitude has had its experience.
I think it's only buffs together, yeah.
The free unlocks buff is now retained between stages.
Yeah.
Previously,
this is just buffing it. This is just buffing it. It's hilarious.
This has now been dialed down to 50%.
It's hilarious how they buffed it.
Damage that you take by 30% while spreading it into 3 hits. All echo damage.
I still don't understand this one. People are saying the other Warped Echo could have been better, but people were saying the other Warped Echo was mid because it's only item synergies. Now it just does more item synergies, so I don't know what people want. It's confusing. People are confusing. This one seems good though. Incoming damage reduced by 30% in split into 3 hits. So I think it works the same way where it has like a cooldown, and every time the buff works, it splits it into 3 now, which is interesting. Only a final echo can be lethal. Interesting.
Your echo recharges every 15 seconds.
Yeah. Was that a... Did that get nerfed? Was it 15 seconds before? It might have been. You were waiting like void ban times for that.
We've also added a visual indication for when it's available to be used.
Interesting.
Bolstering Lantern now gives us attack speed bonus for every enemy and
Right.
ally in close range, displayed with a new blue outline surrounding
Weirdly,
the
this one had
target.
mixed
There's additional
feedback,
stacks of this item
which
to
is
increase its range,
weird.
and also increase the maximum number of enemies and
I wonder if they're ever gonna make Focus Crystal increase range with stack. Definitely not. That'll be a thing they do if they ever go back and revisit items like people want them to. But attack speed buff, I'm not mad about that actually. Since it's a radius thing, that means it helps your drones too, right? Oh shit, devotion. Holy shit. I just caps it for enemies and allies? It buffs? What does that mean exactly? Caps it for enemies and allies. So can it only buff for... I don't know. If that's the case, then it has player priority. But does it mean like intermittent ally stacking? Is it devotion balancing? I can't tell. Also, I'm gonna take a photo of my EP cat and then I'll put it in the video at this exact spot because he's being really cute right now. Okay. I don't know how this works, really. I'll figure it out.
and allies it will count. Seed of Life now works as expected when given to
Okay.
an equipment drone, and the consumed version can no longer teleport players out of bounds. And Sailstar...
Okay, so I think only buffs from Seed of Life. I saw some weird stuff when it was like revives only you instead of being able to team revive, which I don't think is true. But I don't know.
My beloved is unchanged.
Sunkles with the sail circulates. I love how he's saying that like there wasn't any major changes to Runic Lens and Long-Standing Solitude. Like those are pretty much unchanged. They just look better now. Same thing with prayer beads. There's a lot of items they just didn't change at all. And I think a lot of them were in the tier with like, oh hey, we're gonna completely overhaul this item. And then they just didn't. I think Long-Standing Solitude too was either in major rework or full rework, which like they didn't do that. So
had massive improvements in this update.
okay, Gilded
Halcyon
Elites.
Elites now have lower health and armor multipliers.
Why are they calling them Halcyon Elites now? Is there a reason for that? I'm still gonna call them Gilded.
Same tier. They've also been given a brand new gold stealing attack.
Oh god.
To avoid these golden spikes, you'll be forced to drop some of your money as a golden nugget, which will eventually vanish.
They're just mini bosses now.
We wanted to keep the priority target intention of
Twisteds! They were never an issue.
Now a Twisted Elite will charge up a distinct spike ball of
That looks
energy
cool.
above its head when you deal damage to its nearby allies.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks
If you don't deal
cool.
with this situation by killing the elite, it will unleash this lunar crystal against you. This attack will track the player until it either
So it
consumes
still
or is
charges by
This should
hitting
give you
its
a chance to avoid
allies.
its considerable damage, but if you want my advice, you should just quickly deal with the Twisted
So
Elite as
it's
soon as you
damage
see it.
reflect. Wait, did he just say deal with the Twisted as soon as you see it? That was the strat for old Twisteds too. That kind of feels like an in-your-face thing, and it's. I know it's probably not meant to be, but it'd be funny if it was.
We've been able to get this first phase out relatively quickly due to much of the work being done prior to the initial roadmap announcement. The team is hard at work.
Oh, they're not a flurry
user.
user?
Strafe user. We'll be able to update you again in the new year.
I assume it's not going to be long until the
feedback on the changes we've made so far.
Wilson thing. I'm thinking sometime after New Year is when the next update's going to drop. It can't take long for Pulson. I mean, they did just take like a month to update all the items, so it can't take longer than
everyone here on the Risk of Rain team wishes you a fantastic festive season, and we'll see you.
Oh, and they're a poison crit. I gotta scold whoever records these videos on their survivor loadouts. So I assume this is most of the most of what it said. Yeah, this is just the script. Update notes, elusive antlers. Yeah, I can see where I messed that up. I can turn on the playlist music now. Hold on, let's get this song in here. Okay. It just doesn't say overspill anymore. Oh, they lowered the chance. Okay, so there was a little bit of a runic lens nerf. Fuck. I'm sad now. But the overspill's better. They just renamed overspill to clarify. No damage nerfs. I assume Disputed Origin's gonna have a much better video than mine. I'm just kind of skimming through this to look at what I want to look at. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Oh, it looks so Starstormy. Like, that's not a bad thing, but it looks Starstormy. I don't like that they... Unstable transmitter, definitely a meme item. It looks hilarious. Blacklisted. Oh, interesting. Blacklisted unstable transmitter breaching fitness on our specific situations. Interesting. Okay, so they are banned from enemies as well as NG turrets, I presume, since that. Updated wetland aspect and so correctly allowed DLC content to appear. Huh? Okay. Oh, Golden Dieback was supposed to have a separate monster pool? Interesting. They had broken weak points? Has that been like a COTV thing? Squib. On Prime Meridian, Lunar Rune will no longer slow players. It slowed players? Okay. Remove reference to False Sun's Lunar Spike's ability slowing enemies? Does it not? That doesn't mean they brought back host skip, does it? They would never. I'm sad that they would never, but they would never. Able to delete not correctly appear when using. That's funny. Let's not do War Without Reason, actually. Let's do Lentitude Poderosa. There's a good one. Where? I'm not seeing anything about Devotion Artifact. And I'm scared that I'm not. Because me and Wolfo were the ones that personally put in bug reports about the elite types not showing up properly in Devotion. I'll ask Wolfo if that's still a problem. Okay, I think that's all there was to look at. I'll install the new update, and like I said, right after I finish editing this, I will be live streaming the game to my Twitch. Link in the description, along with my YouTube, so you get notified exactly when that happens, because there's an option to get Twitch pings. And have a nice day, everybody. Bye-bye.